Hi everybody, it's Joni at Granny J Clay. I am about to sit down and continue a little project I've just started. I'm making a friend a necklace, and I had this little shell right here from a long time ago when I did make another one, and I thought, well, I'll just kind of sort of shape it like this if I can. And so what I did is I took Primo Pearl, Primo Gold, and then this is some of a mixed clay, this kind of brownish looking clay, tannish brownish looking clay from another project, and I just put that in there, and then I cut some strips out of the brown, out of the gold, and then after I cut strips out of the pearl, I placed them in here, and then I turned it over like this, and I placed it on my shell and pushed, and I've videoed that whole thing, and for some reason it's gone. So I'm just going to start at this point, but if you have any questions, let me know. Anyway, I'm trying to get some color down here and some color up there as well. It's much more defined than it is here, as you can see, but that's all right. I'm going to try to do a couple of things here to see if I can't bring a little bit of that where is it? That color, here we go. I'm going to use this little tool, and what I thought I would try to do is to bring a little bit of that color up like that, and I'm not sure that's going to do it. It might give it a little more dimension, though. Haven't made a shell like this. I made a small shell some years ago, and I used, in fact, I'm going to come this way too. I'm not going on the raised areas because I want that to stay raised. But let's just try this and see if it works. Yeah, I'm just playing. Hopefully, though, I can make this and give it to a friend of mine who lives down in Florida. So she and I just reconnected through Facebook messaging, which was kind of fun. She's a sweetheart. So, Denise, if you're watching, I love you. She's beautiful inside and outside. Okay. And we'll see. It kind of makes it look more like it's, I don't know if I'll go way out here and even use this part of the clay, but in case I do, I'll just do this. Like that. Trying not to press too hard so I don't go through the clay, but in order to make a mark, you have to kind of press harder, you know, like that, like that. Oops. These two pieces up here don't want to stay together. The rest of it is pretty good. So we'll see how this works. And then I want to go up with it too. I don't know. We shall see. I'm worried about going too deep and tearing the clay. I don't want to do that. Okay. Okay. I don't know exactly where I'm going to start with it all anyway. So this is the beginning. So I'm playing, and you guys are watching me just play. Isn't that how we do things, though? We begin to play with something, we have an idea, and then, boom, pretty soon we have a piece of jewelry. So hopefully this will turn out okay. Okay. And I don't mind if those are up there. I would like that to come down a little bit further. I don't know if it will or not. Okay, that looks a little better to me. It's not so rigid. And I have a lot of the bumps on there too. Now I'm going to run and get my the light bulb that I will probably bake it on. What you do is you make something out of clay. This is Primo clay, and you bake it at 275. Follow the directions on your wrapper if you want to. I usually bake everything for an hour, and I think most clay people or people who make things out of clay, clayers, do. It's not going to hurt it. It won't burn it or anything if you stay at 275, so I'll be right back. All right, this is what I was talking about. It's an old burned out light bulb, and I just put old icky clay around it and baked it in the oven, and now you can use this to bake things on. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see if I can pick this up. I want to shape it a little bit before I do this, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. Okay, it looks like it just comes, I am looking at this one. Never mind these pieces here, but it comes pretty much straight down here, and then there's scallops there. So, and I see I picked up a little bit of clay down here, so I'm going to get that off. There we go. Those tools are great for that. Now I want to have more of a lift, so I'm going to come under here and do this. I want more of scallops down here. Yeah, okay. We'll just see how it works. Sometimes when you put it on the light bulb, you can do this a little bit easier too, but I'll just try it this way for right now. Okay. Okay. This one just doesn't want to... This paintbrush is kind of a neat paintbrush. Do you see how it's got a slant to it? I just bought these at Michael's, a group of them. It's called Royal and Langnickel. One word, Royal and Langnickel. Anyway, they just came as a group of paintbrushes. They were fairly cheap. I don't buy expensive paintbrushes at all. I use them for resining and all kinds of things. So now I see I made some fingernail marks here, so I'm just going to come back and just kind of mess that up. And hopefully it looks not too goofy. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to cut this piece like that. And I think the best thing for me to do is to get my one of my Big Daddy-O cutters, or Fat Daddy-O's it's called. I've had these ever since I started claying. I have them in, you know, squares and the raindrop shape, all those heart shape and stuff. They're the best. They're just the best cutters. They don't have a seam. And so I think what I'm going to do is maybe, well, I'll start out with this one. Pick it up carefully here so you can see it. And bring my brush in and brush it off a little bit. This is one of those shaving brushes I ordered off the internet. I think I ordered it from Temu. Anyway, I love brushing off my, what is it? Powder that I use. Okay, hang on just a second. Do I want to come this far down? This far? I think so. So that's going to give me that. I don't know. Maybe I'll get the one size bigger. This is my largest size. And I might do that one. No, it's too big. It's too big. And I'm noticing a little piece of brown clay right there. And if you're thinking, you know, seashells aren't perfect. You don't have to get every spot off. You're right. You are absolutely right. Now, I don't know if I want to go up further or if I want to come down a little further. I don't want to make this necklace overly huge, but I want to make it a nice size. I'm going to go here, I think. Push it down, grab this out of the way, turn it. Okay. Let's put this over here for a moment. Okay. Put this over here. Okay, now I need to have this a little bit more rounded down here, so I'm going to bring in my cutter and I'm just going to take a tip off right there, like that, and just kind of fudge with it a little bit. See, it doesn't take much to round it off, but now I want to have some straight edge here. So I'll come in with this. And how big do I want it? I think right there. And I think right there. Okay. Now I think up here it might be a little bit too big, but I'm gonna bring it in a little, just like you see me doing here. And then once I get it on the light bulb, I can do more with it. So, like I said, just putting my cutter away since it's in my way. Okay. So what I want to do now is bring my light bulb in, and I'm going to determine how to put this. Okay, I think it should go higher on the edges. So I'm going to do this. And that. And a little bit more. That. Okay. Now I'm going to pick this up and do more adjusting on my light bulb. Okay, so I want it to do this, make sure it doesn't fall apart. I'm going to show you how that looks. Okay. And I'm just futzing with the bottom a little bit to push in those rough edges that I just made. But I'm going to push this here and this here. I do not want the bottom to touch. I don't. I want it to be this way. So, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use this for touch-ups. Okay. All right, now what I don't want it to do, I'm going to spread it out a little bit, is to look like it's got a skirt on the bottom. I want it to look like a shell, but okay. I think I'll put that there, right there, and maybe not. What I might do is bend it in a little ways, just a little ways. See, I'm getting some. I might try to do that. No. Okay. I'm thinking I want more off the bottom. So let's just bring that back again. Well, I might just use my cutter or my blade and go like this. Yeah. Okay. This one is up a little higher where the straight edge goes. And I'm wondering if that's maybe what I'm missing here. Now, I'm going to bring in this, and I'm going to do, I don't want to get everything, I don't want to touch everything. No, that's going to. So I'll bring this one in and do some trimming up here a little bit. Okay, push that out of the way. Okay, that's more the look I'm going for, I think. I just don't know. Okay, and then I'm going to go over to here. Cut, push out. Okay. Now I'm going to push it up. These two are buggers up there. They don't want to stay together. Maybe they will now. I pinched it. All right. This, and let me see if I can get a smaller, this is a little bit smaller brush. It has this, it's the same thing. Okay, there we go. And even there. Okay. Put that in there. Bring that in. Push this down a little bit. Okay. I don't know if this thrills me or not yet. You know, sometimes you do things and it just doesn't do what you want it to do. So I want that to be flat. This can be flat. This can be flatter. Okay. Take it up a little bit like that. And I'm just kind of fudging with it now. This reminds me of fooling with when I first started claying. I made bunnies and I used to dress them in dresses and suits and that kind of thing. They were so fun. I still love making stuff like that, but this reminds me of that. I'm really fooling with this skirt down here a lot. So, okay, so now I want that to be there. And I want it to look like it still has some lines in there. So I'm not pressing on the parts that are raised. I'm just going to press on the parts that are pushed down a little bit. Okay, and that one. So when it hangs, it's going to hang from here, of course, but it's going to have some movement on the bottom, but I didn't want it to look like it was blowing in the wind. So if you can see that, I might go with that. Now what I'm going to have to do is bake it, and then I will bring it and show to you how it turned out. Put a few more of these up here. Okay. All right. Maybe a few more down here now that I've got it attached to something. Come on, clay. You can move, 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 move. Okay. I think I'm liking that. You know, you want it to look like a natural shell as much as you can, but of course, you know, it's not, so. There we go. All right. I'm sure some of you are saying, oh wait, you forgot a spot. I know I have here, there, and everywhere, but I think it'll be okay. We're just gonna go with it like this. And bring this down maybe just a little bit. Not pressing hard, but since it's already kind of down, might look better if it has some lines in it up here. It looks too much like I put a strip of clay in there, which I did. Okay. I think I'll come up this way because that one was the one that wanted to come apart all the time. So, put that one up there too. Okay. Now at this point you could add other things if you wanted to. You could add maybe a little glitter. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be just like a seashell. You can use your creativity to do exactly what you please. It's your piece. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. I don't know if I want to add glitter though. I don't know. Now this one seems like it's sticking straight out at me, so I want to do this, and I'll come back in and bring it up a little bit. Okay. I think it was better to add a few of these on the ones that were raised. And down here too. Otherwise they just look too perfect, and shells are not perfect. Although, to me they kind of look perfect when I find them. And I don't do much of that. I bet my friend does down in Florida though. Bless her heart, she's taking care of her mom. Her mom is ill, so it's hard to see our moms be sick. We just love them so much. This 4th of July, my mom will have been gone for 3 years. Just doesn't seem possible. I miss her all the time. Okay. So, yeah. And push that in a little bit. I don't want a point on the end. Okay. Okay. For now, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So, you know, when you wear it on your chest, it's going to bulge away from your chest a little bit, but it'll be pretty. And I've got more to do for it, or with it, so hang in there. All right, I'm going to go bake this, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. They are out of the oven. I decided once I turned the video off that I would make some earrings, and so this will be the top of the earring, this will be the bottom of the earring. And I'm happy with it. I think I'm really happy with it. I did brush all of these with Pearl X powder before I baked them, and so they have that little pearly look to them, which I really like, and it looks to me like it's more seashell-like. So I'm very happy with how this turned out. Not exactly sure how I'm going to finish it yet, but I did want to at least come back. Let me see if I can bring it down a little bit further and show you how this looks right now. I hope you got another idea as to what you could do, or maybe you've done this many times. But just wanted to show you, and I will come back and show this when I'm all finished with it. But for now, this video is getting to be almost 30 minutes. I don't want it to get too long. So this is my shell necklace. I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty. I'm going to, of course, finish it, but this is the back. And I will be resining these, so we'll see how this all turns out. I've not had a set before of earrings and of a shell, so it's kind of fun. Anyway, that's all. I just wanted to come back and show you this, and like I said, I will make a different video and show you how I've finished it once I have it done. God bless you all. Have a good day. Bye for now.